right, folks. Hey, it's Wednesday morning. I'm just a couple of miles from my shipper here in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. I made that delivery yesterday afternoon in Fort Worth, Texas. Then they sent me a load picking up here in Broken Bow this morning. So I left Fort Worth and made it to the Flying J there in Anna, Texas. Left out of there this morning about, well, I had to fuel up before I left, so it's probably about 4:20, 4:30 before I actually hit the road. The name of this place we're picking up at here is J.M. Huber. We're getting some, like plywood flooring type product. I was here 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to show you in about a mile or so. If you guys saw the video from 2 or 3 weeks ago, I talked about the co-pilot GPS on our company tablet tries to take you in to a back entrance, which is not for trucks. It's for, employees, and it's clearly marked not for trucks. And I called in to Maverick and I sent in a message trying to get them to change that. I don't know how that works, but I wish whoever handles our GPS stuff would do something with that, because it's way wrong. So what it tells you to do is right up here to the right, it tries to tell you to turn right on James T. Tucker Road. Do not do that. That is a mistake. It will take you back through this little road. This is it right here. That little road right there. Do not make that turn, or you will end up stuck back there where you can't turn around and have to drive back through town in an area that's marked no trucks. But if you punch in the address given to you on your work order, it's a Highway 3 address, which is what we're on now. It'll bring you right to the entrance here where you need to be. So here's a sign right here. It says Huber Engineered Woods Truck Entrance. This little road doesn't really have a name that I can see, but you got to turn here and go a couple hundred yards down here, go through a gate, and then scale in. I had an open window to pick up this order from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And it's about 7:25 now. So, please remember, if you ever come here, J.M. Huber, Broken Bow, Oklahoma, new Maverick drivers, do not follow your company GPS, or you will regret it. Okay, so the system just arrived to me. We're gonna go into this scale here on the right. Stop on the scale and then walk over to the scale house and get checked in, and then I'll show you some more. All right, folks, got checked in there with the nice lady. I asked her if there's been any Maverick drivers in the past 2 or 3 weeks that have gone around to the back entrance incorrectly, and she nodded like yes. That's been a real problem. She said, we're working with Maverick to get that fixed. And I said, well, I hope you can. Said I've done what I could. I called in, I've sent in a message. I don't know who is in charge of GPS issues for Maverick, but if there's any of the management team that happens to see this video, please get it to the right person and have them fix this problem for our own drivers and for this customer. Because it's all bad. All right. Ah, man. Let me put myself on yard move real quick so I can go a little faster. Okay. So, basically when you check in back there, she gives you a couple of pieces of paper. One that's kind of got a bunch of safety things on it that you're supposed to sign. As I remember though, the last time I was here, the loader didn't even take it from me. And then there's a like a pick slip that tells the loader what you're supposed to be getting. And it looks like there's no line here, so that's good. It's usually a real quick load because once I get into the shipping bay, the loading bay, they normally have a couple of loaders working on each truck, so it only takes a few minutes to get loaded. The first time I came here though, there was a line of several trucks and it took a little while. But that's the only time. Every other time it's been fairly quick. So the way it works is you stop here on this little red line and just wait for a loader to come tell you to enter the building. More later. All right, folks. Well, I talked about them being a quick load, and then I had to wait about 45 minutes to get brought into the warehouse. So here we go. I'll show you how it works. Good morning, sir. All right. So he took my paperwork and said, "Follow me." So my paperwork said I'm getting 12 items. So it's probably going to be a lot like the load I got last time I was here. I think I had 12 items then. Weather's great, so I don't have to worry about getting out in the rain or anything. It's nice and cool, sunny day. The deadhead to get here was actually farther than the trip to get from here to my customer. All right. So I'm just kind of centering up here. All right. All right, more later. All right, folks. Well, I'm loaded. Probably didn't take him.
I can't even go there, Mike.
Oh, sorry about that. Probably didn't take him 8 minutes to get loaded. And I can tell, although, you know, they don't want you getting out of your truck while they're getting loaded, but I can tell this is a different product than what I had last time I was here. I'll show it to you once I get out here and get in the securement lot. It says stop for inspection, but the loader didn't give me any paperwork like last time. So I don't know. I don't see anybody here to do an inspection, because the last time when I stopped here for an inspection, all the guy did was take my paperwork, but I don't even have any paperwork. I guess they're bypassing that today. So as we exit the building here, you can see the tarping building here to the right. They've got it blocked off where you can't just pull into it. So what I'm going to do is, I prefer to put my straps on the load first anyway, rather than tarping and then strapping. So I'm going to go around here to the lot, get my straps on the load, and then we'll back into the tarping bay. I got another truck that's right behind me that just got loaded also. There's no other trucks out here. Unlike the last time I was here, there was like 5 or 6 trucks out here in the lot. So I won't have any problem getting in there. Just giving you a look. Looks like it's rained a little bit around here. The parking lot's a little bit muddy. Let's hope I don't get a flat tire like yesterday. All right. So I'm just going to park here, throw some straps. I'll show you the load in a minute. Okay guys, let me show you this load before I pull into the tarping station. It's 3 sections. 12 bundles, 2 stacks high. So I got 3 straps over the front and the rear sections, and then 2 over the middle. Pretty simple. This is just some plywood. I don't know why it's painted blue, some sort of identification. 7/16 OSB 48 by 96, so 4x8 sheets, 80 pieces in a bundle. All right, let me pull into the tarping station, and the fellas in there will drape the tarps over. We should be able to do this load with 1 of our 4-foot drop tarps and then 1 lumber tarp. Okay guys, they're putting the 4-foot steel tarp over the back right now. They wanted to roll out my lumber tarp first to make sure it was long enough to cover the whole section, but it is. Just showing you how it works here. He's got the controller over there, and so they'll cover the back end with this tarp. Of course, it won't cover all the way down to the bottom, but the lumber tarp will cover the whole thing from the sides and the front. So that's how it's going to work. The guys here do a pretty good job of tarping, unlike some of the places that do their own tarps. So, and then there's my lumber tarp laid out there. Once they get this one secured down, they'll drape it over, and then I'll pull out to the very front after the scale and bungee it down. So that's how it works. All right, more later. All right, folks. I'm here in Siloam Springs, Arkansas. GPS says I'm about 8/10 of a mile from my customer.
0.7 miles ahead, turn right.
A place called Anderson Lumber. Never been here before. So we'll try to find this together. And I picked this load up this morning down in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Been a tough drive. You know, you think of Oklahoma as good, flat, open driving, and usually it is, but today I had to go from the southeast corner of the state up to kind of the north, excuse me, northeast corner.
3 miles ahead, turn right.
And it's very hilly, curvy and hilly. Tough driving. Took me almost 4 hours. All right, so this is it up here to the right. The system just arrived me, and I can see a sign that says lumber. Let's see, where do we go in? Where do we go in? Not in this driveway. Maybe this one. All right. Well, that was pretty easy to find. All right. Well, let me just park right here and see where they want me to be. Okay, folks, so here we are at Anderson Lumber Company in Siloam Springs, Arkansas. And I just got my straps put away. I had 8 straps on the load. 1 4-foot drop vinyl tarp and 1 8-foot drop lumber tarp. Took me about 40 minutes to get all that done. I'm just guessing there. I really didn't clock it, but I gotta wait for this truck here to get out of there, and then they want me to pull in where he is. And then he said when I'm unloaded, I'll back over here and then go out that way from the other side. That's what we got. This is 7/16 OSB, pretty thin plywood. And of course, there's my flat tire from yesterday. All right, I'll try to show you some unload if I can. Okay guys, so I'm getting unloaded now. He's already got 1 stack off. This is stack number 2. Should be a pretty quick unload. I've been here about an hour, and then he's taking them around in the building there and then storing them inside there. So that's what we got. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more lifts. They haven't sent me a pre-plan yet, so I don't know where I'm going. I would guess either the Maverick Fort Smith yard, or like a couple of weeks ago I got a load of those carbon electrodes from Ozark, Arkansas. That would be a good load. Get another load of those. But because you know it's Wednesday, I don't even know what time it is now. Wednesday, probably about 1 12:30 or 1 in the afternoon, so don't have enough time to get too far and then get back home. Of course, you could always do a load swap, but rather not do that if we can avoid it. Okay, well, I'll let you know where we're going next, but that's how the unload goes. Pretty simple. Okay guys, quick update for you. My unloader has got one more lift to get off the trailer, so should be getting out of here in about 10 minutes. So they just sent me a pre-plan. It's a deadhead order to Fort Smith at the Maverick yard, which was one of my guesses. So I guess he's just gonna take the last two off and just set them on the ground. Anyway, so I'll be deadheading to Fort Smith, and you know, it's later in the day than I mentioned. It's already 2:30, later than I thought. So it's about an hour and 40 minutes from here to Fort Smith. So that'll put me getting there about 4:30. I'll just stay there for the night. I'll be about out of hours. All right, we'll see you there.